Yo, what's up? Before I begin, I just want to lay this down real quick. You know what I'm saying? Because I know automatically you all are gonna, in the comment section, that is, you all are gonna say, "Oh, he a coon. There you go again, bashing his race. You know, he always want to look good in front of the non-blacks and all the rest of that." Let me explain something to you, straight up. This is my word. I've never had a non-black girlfriend, never. Now, you want to say Dominican? That's not even. I don't even consider them being non-black. They black. I've never had sex with a non-black. The mother of my children is black. My children are 100% black. I've never had a non-black friend. I've always kept it real and stayed stuck to my race. That plain and simple. I have a love for my race. And let me explain something to you as well. I'll never forget what the non-blacks have done to us, have done to our ancestors. Never will I forget and never will I forgive. And I know some of you all are going to say, well, man, you know, you need to forget about the past, especially the non-blacks. That was a long time ago. Well, I tell you what, 9/11 was a long time ago, right? But every year, September 11th, we have to remember the 9/11 incident. Let me tell you something else that was a long time ago, the Holocaust. But we are constantly reminded by the short hats of what happened to them. Let me tell you something else that was a long time ago. All of the stuff that was written in history books. When I used to go to school, we had to read about world history, American history in specific, the Civil War. That was a long time ago. So why are our kids still learning your history? I want to know that. Why are we still learning history if that was a long time ago? You see, you're selective on what you want to remember and what you want to forget. So let's make that known. I'll never forget and never will I forgive you. And I don't want anything from you. I don't want reparations. I don't even want freedom. Because freedom was given to me the day that I was born. The reason why we're not experiencing freedom as a race now is because we're not fighting back. That's the problem. We're always begging and asking. And let me tell you something about the non-blacks. That goes on deaf ears. But when you put up a fight, they adhere to that. Let's begin. Black people don't want to be free. They just want to be accepted. And it's just that plain and simple. We teach our children how to behave in this white supremacist society. When we revolt, when we want some type of change, we go to the ballots. We vote Democrat or Republican. When we revolt, it's in our music. That's it. It's gotten to the point where revolution is just a form of entertainment. And we'll say some shit like, oh yeah, that's deep. And that's it. And we keep it moving. Straight up, that's real. Black people don't want to be free. They don't want the burden of responsibility. They don't want to grow their own food. They don't want to, educate their own children. I hear this all the time, black people complaining about the public school system. Well, let me explain something to you. It's just plain and simple. It's called public schools. Public for a reason. It means that it's open to the public. And oftentimes, black people don't care about, their kids being educated. Straight up, they don't. When they complain, they really don't. What they're most concerned about is just making sure that they get free daycare from the time the school opens up to the time the school closes. And that's real talk. We don't care about our kids. There's over 1,000 kids missing in Ohio. 1,000 teenagers. There's hundreds upon thousands of kids missing in Charlotte, as well as in Atlanta. At one point in time, we used to care about our kids, but we don't even care about our kids anymore. I saw on Instagram, Sexy Red. She had a concert and she's selling out. She's selling out arenas, and these are not, adult, mature women going to see her. These are kids going to see her. Little babies, teenagers, 8, 9 years old, 5 years old, 6 years old. Sexy Red is doing like a little tour, whatever, around different high schools. And y'all allowing her to talk to the kids. I seen in one clip, she stuck a middle finger up at the kids. But this is where black people are at. And don't give me that BS like, oh, well, that's just a small number of black people and this and that and so forth. And we got a lot of professionals and blah, 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 blah. Man, please get out of here. If we ain't niggas, we sellouts. Yeah, I said it. Straight up. That's real talk. That's as real as it can get. But overall, we want to be accepted. And we try so damn hard to be accepted. We buy the white man's clothes, his cars, stay in his neighborhoods in order to be accepted. And I can tell you, they don't want you in their neighborhoods. They don't want you driving their cars. They don't want you wearing their clothes. I remember in the 90s, Tommy Hilfiger made it known. Timberland made it known. What was that drink? I forgot what it was that Jay-Z was drinking or whatever before he bought the Aces of Spade or whatever. They don't want us buying their liquor. But we still steadily spending money on shit that they don't want us to have. Well, I'm gonna buy it anyway. But you won't support your own. You won't support your own. But you support theirs. And it's crazy to me. Black people don't want freedom. It's too much of a responsibility. They don't want to be independent. They want to be dependent on the government. You remember the last election? You all voted for Joe Biden, Sleepy Joe, and said that Donald Trump was a racist and a bigot. Now I see black people abandoning ship and jumping on the Donald Trump boat. Like as if it's gonna make a difference. And that's all we do is flip-flop, go back and forth. Democrat, Republican, Democrat, Republican. But mostly we vote Democrat. As if we're gonna see a change. Yo, how's the saying go? You're insane if you do the same thing expecting a different outcome or result from what you're doing. But that's what black people do. That's who and what we are. And this is the reason why people don't respect us. Because see, people of other races, they look at what we go through and what we accept. And they shake their heads and like, nah, I could never do that. Let me ask you a question. You ever seen a Chinese food restaurant inside of a white community? I'll wait. I'm talking about one of them dirty ass Chinese food restaurants that's right around the corner from the projects or right across the street from the projects. You ever seen that? You ever seen one of them dirty ass pizzeria shops in a white community? Or better yet, have you ever seen a black establishment in a white community? A soul food restaurant, a barber shop, a beauty salon, in a Korean community. Have you ever seen that? But you'll see that all in the black community. All in it. And I can tell you, I'm a living testimony that they take your money. Because I used to sell bootleg CDs and movies and all of that stuff back in the days, years ago. Damn near 20 years ago. And I used to set up right in front of this Korean shop. It was a Chinese food restaurant on one side, and my table was right in between them. Chinese food restaurant on one side and a beauty supply store on the other side. The Koreans own the beauty supply store, and the Chinese own the overall. The Asians own the Korean store. The beauty supply store just as well as the Chinese food restaurant. And I used to go in there and talk to them and everything. And I got this big ass nose for a reason. So I used to ask them questions. I used to pick their brain and everything. And yo, seriously, they were sending their children off to college with the wigs that you were purchasing, you black women. While you had your child in public school and couldn't afford for your child to go to college if he or she did graduate high school, the Koreans were sending their children off to college with your money. The money that you spent buying cat and dog. Because that's what they serve you in the Chinese food restaurant, but you always go back. While you buying your yaki, or should I say yak? Because you know that's animal hair, right? You didn't know that? If you don't believe me, check it out. But this is where we are. And this is the reason why oftentimes I'm embarrassed to say that I'm black. Straight up. It's real talk. I go to this gym. I'm not going to name the gym, and you know what I'm saying? But for the most part, like these non-blacks pick my brain all the fucking time because they just can't believe that I think outside of the box. They can't believe it. They can't believe that I don't eat chicken, fried chicken. They can't believe that I'm in the gym and that I look the way that I look, not because I used to play football or play basketball or some type of sports. No, because I care about my health. They pick my brain all the time. Why you drink water all the time? Then I tell them I go and get my water from the well. They're shocked and amazed. Why you walk around with that big glass gallon of water? I tell them, yo, I don't, the plastic got PBAs in it. I don't want the chemicals to seep into my water, this and that, so forth. But how you know that? They're amazed. But then it gets to the point where they feel uncomfortable. I make them feel uncomfortable because they can't put their hands on me. They can't stereotype me. Because I don't wear Jordans. I don't wear my pants sagging down to my ass. I know some things, and they know that I know. See, I went to their schools. I know their education. I could talk about any and everything. And then also on top of that, I read. So thus, I intimidate them. But I can tell you, they don't want you around. Regardless of whether you wear a suit and tie or with your pants sagging down to your ass. That's the reason why I never sold out. That's the reason why I never had non-black friends. Because I know how they are. I know how they are. I've studied them. And I know exactly how they are. They'll treat you nice. They'll make you feel as if you're accepted. Excuse me. But the minute you fuck up one time, you're a nigga. So I'd rather just be that. Real talk. And I see how you all act around them. And it's crazy to me. You playing yourself. That plain and simple. But I tell you what. I tell you one thing though. You know, this artificial world is sooner than later. It's gonna implode. It's gonna collapse. So while you trying to win massa over, I just want to let you know, this world is slowly but surely fading out. And if you're not prepared for what's to come, because see, he ain't gonna push the reset button. But I know who is. Wouldn't you like to know? If you're not prepared, you're gonna go down with him. See, you thought all of this was gonna last forever. And it's not. It's not. People are not even living from paycheck to paycheck anymore. People are living off of credit. Straight up. That's real talk. This economy is... But you all steadily spending that money. Steadily feeding the what? Beast. Thinking that this is going to last forever. Thinking that this artificial world that he's created on top of the real one was going to last forever. That's cool. I know some things that you don't know. And I vow to keep the secret sacred. That plain and simple. And don't give me no bullshit like, man, here he go with this the metaphysic and the esoteric stuff. That's why I can't even fuck with him and this and that, so forth. Hey, make all the excuses that you want. Just because you don't know, that doesn't mean that I don't. Just because your level of comprehension, whether it's in the mental or the physical or the spiritual, is low, it doesn't mean that mine is low as well. But yeah, black people don't want to be free. They just want to be accepted. And y'all doing a great job at that. You're doing a great job. Keep it up. Keep up the good work. But I just want to let you know ahead of time, whether you realize it or not, doesn't make a difference whether you wake up or you're still asleep, or rather in slumber. It's coming soon. And it won't be to a theater near you. It'll be in real life. That's real talk. The end is coming soon. And we ain't talking about no Caucasoid coming and splitting the sky open with a bunch of horses coming down and all of that Revelation, Holy Bible, King James version of the Bible shit. We ain't talking about that. But yeah, man, you don't want to be free. You just want to be accepted. That plain and simple. Even though you know things ain't looking right nowadays. Straight up. But it's all good. Do what you do. Ignorance is bliss.